going on? Jermaine Johnson. Tune in to Turn on the Jets podcast.
Hey, this is Vinny Pasquantino of the Kansas City Royals. Make sure you tune into the Turn on the Jets podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Turn the Jets podcast. I'm your host, Will Parkinson, at WillPod11 on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. TOJ Pod all 32. Quick PSA, make sure you guys buy your live show tickets. I'm going to say it a million more times, but don't want to waste any time. Jarrick Bernard-Converse. We're just going to go by DB. We're not going to pigeonhole you to just be in a corner anymore. The Jets. JVC, how we doing today, man?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm not bad, man. Not bad. We're about I guess 10 days or so out, from you guys starting back up. I guess off season as a whole. What's it kind of been like? Obviously, I think probably first, coaching change and staff change, kind of in your career. Like, what's just the off season been like the last 3-4 months or so?
It's definitely been a change, as far as staff goes, but we've just been getting acclimated to them, learning their style, learning how they want to do things and how they want things operated. So it's just been, a little change in culture and getting acclimated.
Yeah, no, I think, for you guys and, and I'm sure, Sauce, MC, everyone kind of feels the same way. It's probably a difference now of like your head coach is a former all-pro level corner. Your corner coach is a former all-pro Super Bowl, winner. Is that type of stuff? Not saying you need to have played to be a coach and all these different things. Obviously, some people could be great at this. Whatever. My point being, like, what has it been like, kind of just learning from two guys already, even pre-camp, that have literally accomplished every single thing you could probably accomplish in the league?
It means a lot. You take into perspective like the things they've accomplished in this league, all their accolades and things they've done. Those are guys you want to surround yourself with, and we're just thankful that they're our coaches now because they can pass their knowledge on to us and teach us things that can elevate our game and take us to the next level too.
Yeah, no, 100%. I guess throughout college and obviously through the pros, you've kind of had different styles of coaching, right? I feel like, Mike Gundy and Brian Kelly are a little bit more kind of in your face. Sala was more of kind of like, not hands off, but a little bit more of like the quote unquote players coach. I know it's hard early on, but have you kind of noticed a difference in style maybe between the previous staff and this one, or maybe related kind of back to, Oklahoma State or LSU? Is it kind of has AG kind of reminded you more of like a specific style you've kind of experienced in the past?
I'd say just more hands-on. Like you said, he played at a high level, so he knows what it takes to be successful in this league, and he's seen it done at every stage. He almost went to Super Bowl, so he knows what it takes, and he knows what it looks like because he played, and now he coaches, so he's there. He definitely hands-on.
And I guess just from like a scheme perspective, right? Like, you guys obviously, played a bunch of man, but also more of kind of like a zone-heavy team. I feel like a lot of quarters, a lot of, and a lot of different things like that. Like, do you feel like there's going to be a more aggressive kind of nature to the way you guys play in terms of, I feel like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of it was last year was like get home with four. Last couple of years, get home with four, and just like don't allow explosives. It feels like this year is going to be a little bit more. Hey, we're going to blitz a little bit more. We're going to play a little bit more man and kind of leave you guys. You got kind of got to lock up. Is that something you're excited about, or is it? Hey, I'm just going to do it on pull.
Oh nah. You're always looking forward to the challenge. We play DB, so you got to show up every game, bring your best. So and then you're guarding the best receivers in the league. So of course, you're always looking forward to the challenge and getting aggressive.
What's are you excited to get year 4 Garrett and have to kind of deal with that on a day-to-day basis? What makes Garrett unique, I guess? Obviously you get to cover him every day in practice for the last couple of years. Like what makes him unique in terms of, it's just the shiftiness, or is it like what makes Garrett unique to some other guys?
Definitely the shiftiness. Say he's just crafty, like he's very smart, he's very athletic, and he knows what he's gonna do before he does it. It's crazy. I don't know, he just moved real different, and he's a pretty good player. So going against him every day is beneficial, and I feel like it elevates everybody around him.
Yeah, it's funny, Gary. It's got like very herky jerky kind of motions and different things like that, but it's so smooth at the same time. It's very it's not. He's a very one-of-one mover.
He's definitely different.
No, and obviously, in your guys' DB room, there's a ton of talent. What makes Sauce, I guess, special is it feels like weird, but like the length that he can play with and
Mhm.
like the speed he plays at, but to be that big in terms of like size, it's just not normal for a corner.
Yeah,
Is that to
yeah,
you like what stands out the most with him?
yes, most definitely. And I feel like a lot of people notice it too. Like you said, he's like 6'3". He can move like he's like 5'9", like 5'10". It's just crazy. Like he's really gifted. He's really smart as well, and he really understands like how to play football like with his size and length.
Yeah, no, hopefully two guys that will have a big time extension soon.
Yeah,
Sauce made a lot of additions to the house. He's got to
yeah.
pay for those additions.
He got to cover them costs.
What's it been like in time, just being for you in terms of playing some corner? You played some safety, you moved back to
Mhm.
corner. I feel like last year, during camp, obviously, I feel like you had a really strong summer. A year ago, what kind of been like? Bouncing around positions, kind of coming in. Obviously, rookie year is like kind of had the foot and the ankle stuff, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
last year, like I said, had a great summer. What's that transition been like of different positions, getting into the league, the whole 9 yards?
It's definitely been a transition, like from college. Like I played both in college, safety and corner, but in the league is like way different. It's like way elevated. But I'm just like, put my best foot forward in whatever position I'm at, and just taking it day by day, trying to get better, and just always progressing,
Yeah, no,
regardless of what position.
makes a ton of sense. And just looking back into college, obviously, I would say, what do you think the best team you were on? Because I feel like 2021, you guys like probably would argue you could have won it all. No,
Yes, that
yeah.
that was definitely the best team I was a part of, the 2021 team, for
Yeah.
sure.
What in terms of like, obviously college has changed a little bit. I'm kind of curious. I've talked to MC about this on the pod, but what's the change been like for you? Kind of just witnessing it. You kind of got to experience the NIL stuff, towards the end, and now it's obviously even changed a little bit more. Do you think it's really truly changed the college landscape in terms of like, I feel like some of the rivalries are different now. I feel like just, obviously I played at multiple schools, you played at multiple schools. Like
Yeah.
it's not abnormal anymore. What do you kind of make of just the change in college football? You still feel like it's got the luster and like glory it used to
Um,
have, or is it a little bit different now?
I can't say that it's the same because like obviously NIL is involved now, so it's definitely like different. And then like you got to take into account they're changing the conferences as well. Seems like every year the playoff format's different, so it's just like a whole different landscape of college football now. And then I feel like more guys are like chasing the money regardless of like actual like development stuff like that, culture.
Yeah,
So
I feel like
yeah,
you could I think the difference is you could find, like, you always were able to find guys no matter where they played and stuff like
yeah,
that. But like now I feel like even more so because, you know, Travis Hunter went to an HBCU. Like initially it's like he would have gotten drafted regardless. I don't feel
yeah.
like it's the same it used to be. Now, in terms of like, I always like to ask this. I think it's Reggie Bush, but who do you think in pre NIL, who is getting the biggest payday? Like Tebow, Cam, it's got to be one of those guys. No,
Is yeah, definitely probably Reggie Bush.
well, Reggie
Reggie
basically
Bush.
got paid regardless. So,
Yeah, he did.
and
Yeah,
Cam
I'll
kind
say
of did
it's
also.
probably yeah. Cam, Tennessee boy, yeah, he'd been a
Yeah,
list of
Adrian
guys.
Peterson too. I feel like there's a cluster of guys that like the early 2000s would have been
Yeah,
making more than some of the pro guys. It also probably changed a little bit too because guys don't need to come out necessarily as early. Like, hey,
yeah,
I can stay in college and
exactly.
make more of my rookie
More
deal.
guys are like pushing to stay in college to get that NIL money. So
Yeah. What'd you make of the draft process? I'm just curious because I feel like everyone's got different experiences with it. Whether like some people had like the COVID draft process, and obviously
yeah,
you were post COVID draft process. Like, was it as stressful for you? I feel like it's just an extremely tiring 3 months of like,
yes, I feel like that 3 month like span was a very long time, and it was like very stressful. I didn't know what to expect. Like it was just like anything could happen at any moment. And I got drafted on my birthday, so it was even more crazier for me.
there you go. That's a nice little birthday present.
Yeah.
What'd you make of like kind of coming to New York? Do you have a different like what was your expectations versus I guess what the reality's been of, I mean, technically New Jersey, but New York,
You
New
mean
Jersey.
like outside of football or?
Yeah, just in general. Like what were you kind of expecting? I feel like, there's a perception from like if you live here and people that are from New York like love New York, but
Yeah.
don't really like it's not as big of a deal where people coming here like I remember Ashton was on the pod, he was like, I had no idea what to expect. He's like, I'm a Cali kid. Like
Yeah. I mean, I didn't either. Like before, even like getting drafted, I'd never been to New York, New Jersey, never been that far north, so I didn't know what to expect. But after getting there, it's definitely like a difference between Louisiana and Jersey and like New York. It's like night and day.
Did you have you gotten some good meals while you've been up here the last couple of years? Have you like have you been in some good spots?
Yeah, I've been to quite a few good spots. I'm not gonna lie, the food up there is like it's low key good. Like it's a lot of variety too. So that was like a eye opener for me too.
Yeah, I always tell people like that are not from here, the you're not maybe going to get 10 out of 10 of every single food, but every food you would possibly want to find is in the like
Yes.
you're not going to get as good at like food you would get in Louisiana in terms of like specialties to Louisiana, but you could find a good version of it in New York. Whereas like I don't know how much pizza and bagels you're cooking up down there.
Nah, they definitely got some good bagels and pizza out
No, it's been I guess what's like obviously it's been kind of going in the you're kind of a vet at this point, and I feel like it's kind of moved along. What's been the experience kind of on the field been like for you in terms of you guys have been through no expectations and played really well, and kind of things at the end kind of trickled down at the end of 22, and
there.
then
Yeah.
2 straight years of just like immense hype, this like hard knocks and every leading
Mhm.
ESPN every single day, and just kind of what's that experience been like? Are it's and then this off season's been like totally like nothing. It's been just like
Yeah.
football and work. What's the
Yeah.
it's been totally different all 4 years now.
Yes, it has been. I think just like you said, like the whole hype thing, I really just feel like you can't really get caught up into that because like the off season doesn't count. Like it's just all
Doesn't
hype.
mean shit.
Yeah, everybody's anticipating the season. But what really matters is like when you get into the season, like the heat is actually on. I feel like you just can't get caught up into that off season hype. You just gotta put your head down and work.
Yeah, no, it's been I guess it's been like a very I don't know. You kind of got pushed right into like a crazy kind of experience. What in terms of like day to day was playing with Rogers in practice just like something you know did they kind of live up to the hype, I guess, of like what you kind of expected with him coming in? I feel like obviously there's the injuries and it didn't go according to plan
Mhm.
obviously on the field, but I feel like especially that first summer it was like oh shit, like we got something kind of crazy
Yeah,
here.
nah, definitely like playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback like him, you're definitely gonna see like some stuff in practice, and we definitely saw, like you said, that first summer that we were like, wow, this is crazy. So
Were
to
you
actually like see him
yeah,
like in person and like actually playing, like it was different from what you like see on film and stuff.
probably I got to imagine like obviously the fan like, everyone in the fan base was like you know 4 plays in the whole thing. Was it did you feel kind of just like a like what how is this possibly going to happen? Like I feel like everyone's kind of just like what just happened here? Like people can say they expect that to happen. There's no shot. Like everyone like that building was electric.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Like that first game felt like I was back in college. Like the hype, like the intensity, the
The
fans
stadium
just
was nuts. Like it
nah, it
was
was
like
crazy. It was crazy for sure. Then like when that happened, you just like wow, like you really can't believe it. Like I feel like that was the reaction of a lot of people. Like no way, this just really happened.
yeah, and it's just like you said, it was like the summer of like so much hype. Everyone like
Yeah.
the building was like I don't know. I mean, someone probably disagrees with me. I don't know if the building's ever been like that, Jets or Giants games. Like it, I always like I was gonna say the same thing. It felt like a college game. It felt like I was at Georgia Auburn this year. It felt the same way. I was like everyone's like locked in. Like it was. I guess we kind of talked a little bit about college. But what was the difference like playing like the environment at Oklahoma State versus LSU? Because obviously LSU at night is
Unmatched.
crazy place.
Yeah. I would say the difference is obviously the size of the stadium. Like LSU is just what 102,000. Oklahoma State is around 60, so that's like an extra amount of fans. And then it's just LSU's fans is just crazy.
Yeah,
Like
once the
I don't
liquor
think.
once the liquor starts flowing. Oh man,
But definitely playing. I would say LSU was definitely the better experience because it's SEC ball. You know, LSU fans are crazy. Um, Like Oklahoma State fans are, they're there, but it's just unmatched with LSU.
It's probably not like game to game. I feel like it's a little bit different just because,
Yeah,
like, yeah, for Oklahoma State and stuff like that, it's probably a little bit different.
yeah.
Obviously, you got to play with Mason and Mason Taylor and
Mm-hmm.
LSU. What's kind of your expectations for him? Obviously, still he was the youngest kid in the draft this year, and like he was obviously extremely young, extremely
Yeah.
young when you're there. But dad's a Hall of Famer and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. What's the expectations for him coming in? Because again, like tight end's a hard position, similar to DB, where year one usually it's a lot of transitioning. I feel
Yeah.
like the game's just very different. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
what's it been like, kind of getting to play with him again, and just I mean I know it's been OTAs, but
Yeah.
so.
No, it's been good. We reconnected when he got there. Talked a little bit about our experiences together, and I think he's gonna have a good year. Like he's gonna develop pretty good over these next few weeks, and he's a pretty good player. He's a really good tight end, and I see him fitting in really well with the offense and having a good year.
Yeah, I guess two more questions here. We'll talk a couple fun things before we wrap. But you obviously play with Jaden and Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett, I think, unless something happens, I think he'll end up going one this year. But you got to you play with Jaden and he had a good year in 2022. Did you expect what's happened the last 24 months, where he went from like he's a good player, right? Obviously, like
Yeah,
he's productive.
yeah,
Went to like Heisman, like insane season, and then he's like, oh, and the NFC title game, and he might be a top 5
yeah.
in the league already.
I mean, I feel like the potential was always there. Like when we came in together at LSU, like you definitely saw the flashes, saw the plays he was already making. But I'm not sure what he did. Like when I left, like the development was crazy. Like he really got in the lab. He did something different. I don't know, but he definitely like really changed his game and elevated to the next level. So really excited to see what he's going to do in year two. And yeah, he's a
Yeah,
pretty
I
good
mean,
player.
hopefully you get to play him, in February. But
Yeah.
what do you? I guess what do you kind of? I don't know how much you've got. Obviously, again, it's OTAs and mini camp, so like Fields is kind of a guy like it's kind of hard to. You don't really know what you're going to get until,
Mm-hmm.
especially a quarterback like that. Now, what have you noticed anything in terms of like, maybe what you perceive coming in, or what you see obviously?
I mean, I've seen him on film. He's a pretty good quarterback. He's very mobile. Can make
Very fast.
plays. Yeah, he's very fast. Especially like seeing him in person at OTAs. Like he's very fast. But I feel like he's a good quarterback. He makes good reads, and he's also a good leader too.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I know, it'll be, I don't know. The Jets have never really had that mold. I mean, they had Mike Vick like when he was in his late 30s, so it doesn't really count. But
Yeah.
um, I would say Aaron and Justin move at a little bit of different speeds.
Oh yeah, way different speeds.
Different throwers of the football for sure, but I would
Yeah.
I would say the ability to avoid sacks might be a little bit different. What have you most, I guess, enjoyed about your golf game at this point? Have we gotten some of these drives straightened out yet, or what are we
Hey,
doing?
there, I'm still working on that driver, man. That's the hardest club for me right now. I just can't figure it out, but we gonna get there.
Yeah, no, we'll get you going. I'm not much better, so I would say it's not been any easier for me. Is there any matchups, I guess, for you, kind of going into the season? I don't know how much. I mean, I think fans and media and stuff look into it probably more than you guys do, but is there any matchups this year you're most excited for? Like, hey, this team, or this game. Like, obviously, you guys are going to London. You got
Mhm.
some early games with Rodgers and Josh Allen. Like,
Yeah.
do you like circle certain matchups, or your head are like, this is going to be a fun week, or like we got to
Yeah.
get hyped up for this?
I mean, I feel like every game, especially this year with the like new coaching staff, new scheme, I feel like every game is gonna be one of those games you look forward to. But definitely week one, that's definitely gonna be the one for sure to start it off. So it's gonna be, interesting to see how it plays out.
No, it'll be. I'm excited for how many times AG gets asked about Rodgers and he refuses to answer. It'll be. It's gonna be. I'm gonna take the over like 35 different times he's gonna get.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
What else do you kind of get to do during the summertime? Obviously, you guys don't get that much time off, and it's not really time off. Obviously, you guys have to work and and get your bodies ready for camp. But
Mhm.
what do you get to do for fun? Like what happens when you're at home? You get to, I mean, other than shanking some golf balls,
Yeah.
what else do you get to kind of hang out and do?
Just really catch up on that time with family. I really like cherish my time with my family because we're gone for half the year, especially when the season comes. So that's mainly what I do outside of training and golfing. I just
Yeah.
really spend my time with my family.
What's the way to be? Have you gotten any Knicks or Rangers games or any an Islander? Have you gotten to get go to any of these any of the playoff games and stuff like that since you've been up in New York?
I've been to Knicks game. I've been to a few of those, and I definitely just got into the Rangers game like this past fall.
Hockey's crazy.
Hey, I didn't realize how crazy hockey was until I went to Rangers game, and yeah, I can
They
definitely
might
say
have
I'm
to
into
they might
hockey.
have to change the rules so you can, just like in football, like a receiver go at it, like you might have to
Yeah,
box for 5 and then get a 5-minute penalty.
yeah.
Let everyone go at it. I don't know. Maybe we can go Odell, Josh Norman. Is there was there anybody like you when we were growing up you like tried to like model your game after? It was like, oh, I want to play DB. Like, how'd you get into playing DB? Just in high school, you got like when you were younger. How'd you end up playing corner and safety?
Well, I came into high school as a receiver, and in high school, our receiver room was loaded. And like, I talked to my coach, and he was like, the only way you'll get on the field is if you go play DB, because we didn't have as many numbers on the defensive side. So I just worked out at DB over that summer. Then rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, just telling you have not enough room in that room, and then you end up
Yeah,
at LSU and then the league. I guess he may not have evaluated his talent proproperly. No, maybe he knew something we didn't at the time. That's
yeah,
no. I obviously it's going to be an exciting. I think it should be an exciting season. I think it should be, from my point of view, like refreshing. It'd be nice. I think it's gonna be a different brand of football. I don't know. I
oh
mean,
yeah, for sure,
like
for
I
sure.
think it's gonna be. I almost feel like you guys are gonna be the youngest team in the league too. I think. I don't know. Have you noticed that difference too? I feel like, I mean, every single person on the roster is like 24, 25. Like, it's just a different. I think Brees might have mentioned it too. He's like, even our quarterback's 25 years old. We went from like the oldest dude in the league to a guy who's like our age that we can hang out with and do stuff.
Yeah.
You notice that, I mentioned like that kind of college atmosphere a little bit. I feel like it's kind of going back to that in a sense.
Yeah, I would say not like full on like college, but it's like guys are definitely gravitating towards each other because like we're around the same age group, we have the same interests, and this staff is really having us all buying together, and it's just everything's coming together.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. Now we can talk some abortion, Israel, Palestine. No, no, I appreciate you hopping on.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah.
We're gonna Izzy, if you're listening, was one of our listeners who is refusing to buy his live show ticket. So Izzy, JBC is telling you that you need to buy your live show ticket.
You gotta buy that live.
Buy your live show ticket, buddy. But no, I appreciate it for listening. I'll be back later in the week, and obviously, good luck this season, and we'll be in touch.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you.